Here we are again. Another Monday. Oh, they just keep coming. Oh, it's Monday. PSA, the holidays. Well, not the holidays. Well, the holidays are in full swing, but Thanksgiving is over. Over, people. It's over. I mean, your heart of Thanksgiving is never over, but the actual process, the once a year, Thanksgiving is gone. What does that mean? Back to the grind. Get back on it. Jump on it. That means get your indulgences in check. Maybe you had some pie, maybe you had some cake, cookie, too much turkey and dressing, whatever it was. Get it back on point. You're done with that right now. You're allowed to indulge. You are allowed to indulge, but let's get our mind right. What are we out here to do? Think about your why. I want to talk about two things today. Dos. One is water. I get some questions about, is a gallon really necessary? No, a gallon is not necessary. Actually, if you your urine is going to be the best indicator of your hydration level. If your urine is like almost clear, slightly yellow, you're well hydrated. You're well hydrated. If that mess is yellow, like Crayola yellow, as in I just pulled a crayon out the box, yellow, you need some water. You do. You get water. The reality is you get water from beverages. You get water from your food. So there's a mosquito in here. Ugh, I hate mosquitoes. You get water from lots of places, okay? But your urine is going to be the best indicator. Oh, got it. Sorry. I hate bugs. Oh, I hate them. But your urine's going to be the best indicator. So gauge that. Now, optimal hydration is going to be when your urine is really, stays mainly clear. I mean, it's got a little bit of color to it. You don't want to go totally clear, but it's got a little bit of, just a tiny little bit of color to it. And I don't mean to be gross, but I mean, we all go to the bathroom, so we're all adults here. It's just the reality. Input, output. But the gallon theory is for, it just pushes you to the next level. There's a lot of studies that they've done on individuals that started to drink a gallon of water consistently. Consistently is the key, not just like one day every 6 months, but consistently drank a gallon of water, and across the board it was lots of positive results. Weight loss, their skin cleared up, digestive issues passed. I mean, there were just a host of really, really good benefits to drinking a gallon of water a day. For competitors and for athletes, the more water, the better. With the exception of too much water, there can be some danger there. This is when you see somebody flood their system with a lot of water. I'm talking about more than a gallon of water very, very quickly. They're sweating profusely. And I'm talking about profusely. Clothes soaked. They're working really, really hard. And so they're like upsetting the balance of their electrolytes in their cells. So that can be very, very dangerous. But if you're drinking throughout the day, a little bit here and there, I'm never without my water. That's the easiest way to increase your consumption, is to always have a bottle of water with you. I carry around my little shaker bottle of water so that I always have it. It's just easier that way, because then otherwise you're going to do like a lot of people do, and I may have done this yesterday, where I was downing a lot of water at the end of the day, and I was up a lot last night. But that's a good thing. You want that stuff out of there. You're flushing your body out. It's really good. Talk about cleanses. We're coming up on the new year. People are going to be talking about cleanses. Oh, the best thing you can do is to drink as much water. Again, be careful with it. But for most people, if you're just drinking steady throughout the day, it's not going to be a problem. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about is the push. So this morning when I got up, I really only intended to be talking about water, but then it hit me that it's the push that is really, really important right now. Well, it's important at all times. In sales, you'll hear a lot of people talk about end of the year, last quarter, push. You got to push. In athletics or racing, you will see a lot of talk about pushing towards the end, the kick. If you're having a baby, it's the final push. It's the final countdown. The push is what counts. The push is what counts. This morning I was almost done with my workout. I was in the exercise next to last, and I finished up with that with my sets and reps. Excuse me, that came out of nowhere. What in the world? Obviously my batteries need to recharge, but I was done with that, and I thought, I'm going to give myself a pass on the last set and reps for the last exercise that I'm going to do. And I started to walk out of the gym. I was just in my mind, I was like, no, my quads, and I got to teach Zumba tonight, and I don't want to push so hard that I can't, that it's going to impair my ability to teach effectively, and the list of excuses to motivate myself to end my workout before it was time. Oh man, full force and effect. But I thought about the push. The push is what separates winners and champions from quitters. That's what separates the pack of the lions and the sheep. The sheeps. That's what separates the two of them. It's the final push. It's that final push that's going to be the difference between awesome quad separation and so-so quad separation. It's that final push that's going to separate the person from having the jeans that finally fit after all this time to just still not quite. The final push is the person that got their goal, nailed it with room to spare, and the person who just fell short. The final short is what separates the pack. You gotta go for the final push. If you didn't do the final push, the baby wouldn't be born. Well, the baby would be born, but you're gonna delay the inevitable. The final push is what can push you and elevate you to your final goal faster than it would otherwise. That final push is what counts. The final push is where it's at. Arnold Schwarzenegger is famous for saying that it's when it starts burning, those are the reps that start counting. And I just total creative license there. He said it in a different way, in his Arnold way, but basically when it starts burning during your exercises, that's when your reps begin. That's when it counts, because that's when you're really changing your body. So the final push is what counts. We are 5 weeks away from January 1. 5 weeks. 32 days. 32 days. So this is the final push of the year. This is the final push that's going to elevate you to have better success with your New Year's resolutions than all these years before. Everything you've done up to this point has been leading to this moment. Get going and get into that final push. Don't let another week pass you by without beginning on this journey. You can do this. You can do this. You're in control. You're in charge of yourself. You are the boss of yourself. Okay? Nobody is going to hold you down and put food in your mouth. Nobody's going to force you to go to the gym. That's all you. And those are the things that you have to do to make it happen. So, final push. Push it. Do the work. Drink some water. Make it happen. You're in control.